Hey, my creators, let me say something that might be or feel a little uncomfortable at first, but I really need you to hear it because this can change everything for you. And I mean everything. Most people are not buying your digital product because it's beautiful, even though I know it is, but they're buying because they are tired. They're overwhelmed. They feel behind, they feel scattered, and they feel like life is moving faster than they can keep up with. So, this is your opportunity. This is where you come in. So, when they click buy, they're not thinking, this is so cute, right? They're not thinking that. They're thinking, maybe this will make my life easier. So, that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because once you understand this, you will never design the same way again. So, are you ready? Let's go. All right, so let's talk about the big shift. Okay. So for so many years, we were taught make it pretty, make it aesthetic, make it, on trend. And yes, pretty does matter, but pretty is now just the baseline, right? So everybody has pretty. Canva is pretty, templates are pretty, AI is pretty, everything is pretty. So, pretty alone is no longer the selling point. What sells now is relief. People want relief from mental clutter, right? They want from decision fatigue, from chaos, from disorganization, from stress. I don't know where to start is the energy that people have now. And so your buyer is not sitting at their computer relaxed and inspired. They are usually behind on something. They're worried about something. They're trying to fix something. They are buying emotionally first, then justifying it logically, right? So the next thing is, what does relief really mean? What does that really mean? So it can look like different things to different people. It can be clarity, structure, time save, guidance, organization, calm, confidence. They just want to feel like I have a plan. I finally know what to do. I finally feel in control. So your product is not a planner, a checklist, a template, or a journal. Your product is the feeling that they get when they use it, right? You're selling that feeling. They're buying the after version of themselves. All right, so let's talk about how pretty can sometimes actually work against you. And I am big on pretty, but sometimes we over design. That's honest. We add too many colors, that's me, too many fonts, too many pages, too many features, and it just becomes overwhelming. And instead of relief, we accidentally create more overwhelm for our customers. Your buyer doesn't want another thing to figure out. They want something that says, here, start here. Simple feels safe. It feels doable. Simple feels very calming. And so this is why clean planners sell, simple trackers sell, minimal dashboards sell because they feel like peace, which gives your buyers, a peace of mind. So, how do you create relief or a relief product for your customers? So, here are the three questions to ask before you design anything. What problem does this remove? Is the first question. Then you want to ask, what decision does this simplify? And thirdly, what stress does this reduce? If you can't answer those, then your product will struggle. So start designing from the pain point, not the aesthetic, right? So remember, function first, beauty second. That's the formula. So, what products actually create relief? And, let me make this real because when I say relief, I don't mean theory. I mean specific types of products, not just, you know, digital products in general, but the kinds that remove friction from, someone's life. So here's some examples of what that looks like. Um, One, planning and organization products. So these sell because people feel behind. Think daily and weekly planners, simple to-do list, content planners, goal trackers, time blocking pages, things like that. They buy these because they're saying, I need my life to feel less messy. We all appreciate that. So they are buying structure. Okay, then think about checklists and step by step guides. These are relief in the purest form. Think home organization checklist, business startup checklist, content posting schedules, cleaning routines, and budget trackers. These sell because people don't want to think. They just kind of want to follow. They're buying clarity. And then think about templates that save time. They don't have to be fancy templates, but they do have to be useful ones. So think social media caption templates, email templates, resume templates, onboarding templates, product description templates. So, they are buying, I don't have to start from scratch. That's what they're actually buying. They are buying speed that you're providing. And then think about trackers and logs. These sell because people want to feel in control again. Think of habit trackers, expense trackers, wellness logs, mood trackers, and, progress charts, things like that. They are buying actually. I want to see that I'm improving. That's what they're getting. They're buying hope and you're providing that for them. And then think about decision simplifying tools. So these are powerful. These are very powerful. So let's talk about these. So these decision simplifying tools are powerful. And let me tell you about some. Okay. So think about niche selection worksheets, right? Or business idea evaluators, or content idea generators, meal planning worksheets, or life reset planners. They buy these because they are just stuck. I think we've all felt that. So they're buying some direction, and you are providing that direction for them. So when I say people don't want art, they want relief. It's fine to be pretty. This is what relief looks like in product form, but it's not about decoration. It's about use, right? And when you design for use first, then your products finally make sense to the buyers. So the main thing I want you to take from this is pretty simple. People aren't buying more digital products, they're buying better ones, better digital products. So ones that make their life feel calmer and clearer and more manageable, right? So the next time you sit down to create, don't ask, if it's impressive. Don't let that be your first thought. Ask if it helps. And if you keep designing from that place, everything will start to, shift. And if any of this helped you think a little differently today, just know that I share more support, examples, and resources in the links that I share in the pinned comment. So I talk about what's selling on Etsy, how different digital products are being used, and I also share simple templates that you can build from. Especially if planners and digital products are, your thing. So if there is anything else you would like to explore, please just let me know in the comments, okay? I appreciate your time today, my creators. I really love coming on here and sharing, my experiences and what I know. So make sure that you sign up also for my Facebook group. I give lots of freebies away, and those of you who are already part of my Facebook group and have already subscribed to my channel, you know I give away a lot of freebies over on Facebook, and I think you would really enjoy it. You know I love designing and creating and helping you to do the same thing. So always remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I will see you in the next video.